Today is a very good day, and that's because it is a new guitar day. We're going to be checking out my brand new 2024 Ltd Mh-1000Nt. So I have been eyeing this guitar for a little while, and the reason I've been eyeing it is because I have wanted a guitar dedicated to active pickups that I can specifically throw, different active pickups and particularly Fishmans into. And now I do have my Star Destroyer, which has some Fishmans in it. It only has a humbucker in the bridge. I wanted humbuckers in both positions and something I could easily swap. And of course, with the Fishmans, you can just easily click those in and out. I also wanted something that was the right scale length. I wanted more of a super strat body. I wanted a hardtail, stainless frets, a bunch of different other features, along with it being an active guitar with Fishmans in it. That kind of met the criteria of what I'd want in a good guitar that would feel good to play, perform well, and work well for the channel, as well as just something I would like personally. In comes my new LTD. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that top is. Oh my God. Absolutely bananas top on this thing. Killer reverse headstock. I also really wanted LTD and ESP back on the channel because, they're one of the most prolific, metal guitar brands in the world. And I don't have them on the channel currently, which I feel is a crime. And I've loved every LTD I've ever owned. So I just wanted to have them on the channel more. So as I said, just absolutely gorgeous. And you'll be able to see this top a bit more in the video because, just look at it. That is a maple cap, that flame maple. I got super lucky with just how cool this top is because not all of them look the same, obviously. It comes down to what piece of maple you got. And I got one of the most gorgeous flame maple tops possible. It's just so sick. And then the body. So the body is interesting. The body is mahogany, but I believe it's mahogany wings because they describe this neck as being a set through neck. So I believe it's set in a piece of maple that goes through the body the rest of the way. So you have through here, piece of maple that the neck is set and glued into, and then the wings on it are going to be mahogany with that maple cap. The neck, I believe, is a 3-piece maple, which is nice. Having those glued together gives more stability and rigidity, so it's going to be less likely to bow and warp over time, especially also with that nice binding that it has on the neck that's also matched on the body, which I think looks killer. The fretboard is a Macassar ebony, so of course nice dark glassy, just like I like. The frets are stainless steel, which I absolutely love because they don't wear out, and I love the feel of them. They're super, super glassy. Again, same with that feel of the Macassar ebony. And I really do like these inlays, these block inlays that are just kind of on the edge so that it almost looks like there's no inlays there, but you still have a reference. Like I said, super killer reverse headstock on this thing. Absolutely love that. It does have locking tuners on the back, another plus. I did want something with locking tuners. That way, again, just more tuning stability for me. This is a 25.5-inch scale length, which I wanted because I'm keeping this in C sharp, and that's probably where it's going to live. It's one of my favorite tunings, but it is a bit lower, so I need something with the right scale length. Plus, I just kind of like that scale length. That's my favorite scale length for 6-string. 25.5 just feels right to me and intonates well, plays well. Tone Pro's bridge, and then, like I said, active. These are active Fishman Fluence moderns in the neck and the bridge, and it has a push-pull, so it can go between voice 1, which is like that modern, super tight, really mid-focused, like their version of a modern high output active, and then voice 2 is like a modern high output, more passive kind of thing, more bass, definitely less top-in and cut. They are definitely really cool, but like I said, I wanted to try a few other things. I have those McThompson Fishmans that I probably am going to throw in this thing and are going to live in here for a while, but I'm sure I'll demo and buy other Fishmans in future. The neck is a thin U, and I really like that because it kind of flattens out more here, but then is still rounder here, so it feels really comfortable on the hand. It's thin enough that it feels fast without being like so thin that it feels too small in my hands, especially because I got bigger hands. Has a wonderful contour here in the heel as well where the neck connects, just so you have Absolutely no problem getting to that upper fret access if you do the shreddy, which I don't really have to worry about. It also does have a compound radius, so it gets a little flatter and a little rounder. Where you go, I believe it's 300 millimeter to 400 millimeter radius. I'm not sure what that is in American. Just all in all, an absolute rad guitar that I'm stoked I was able to get, especially with this absolutely killer top. It was already set up wonderfully, even after I tuned it to C sharp and put my gauge of string on this, which is a pretty heavy gauge of string for the tuning. I only needed to intonate 2 of the strings. Everything else was right on. The neck relief was dead perfect. Just absolutely set up wonderfully. I don't see any real flaws on the guitar at all. The finish came out fantastic. Just a really, really rad guitar that I am stoked to have. So that's enough gushing over and going over all of its many, many features, which I'm sure I probably still missed something. But we're going to actually just, hear a jam on this. I'm going to be plugging into my Ingle Savage Mark II because an ESP/LTD going into a Ingle is it's just right. It's just correct. And we're going to be hearing that inside of a mix as I jam on it a bit. And then we'll hear it outside of a mix on the lead channel and the clean channel. I'll play around with all the different voicings so you can kind of hear the difference between that and just admire its beauty. Let's check it out. Oh, and real quick, before we check it out, I forgot to mention this is also going into my 2 Notes Captor X, which has a IR blend of my VM1265 and DV77 speakers, and then that we're going to hear it outside of a mix on that same setup going into that same IR blend and load box. Now let's check it out. So you will definitely be seeing more of this beauty on the channel. I love that charcoal burst on it. That's the official finish on there's a charcoal burst. I love that kind of gray out to the dark black. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. This is very much my aesthetic and feel. The body shape, the headstock, all the features on it, just fantastic. If I had a couple of nitpicks, really it wouldn't be much, but I prefer hip shot bridges over like the Tone Pros kind of thing, and those still go through the body. And I would have preferred if the neck was, satin instead of gloss, but honestly doesn't feel sticky, and I haven't had any problems moving around it at all. So those are really my only two complaints. Maybe that, and I do wish companies in general would stop putting volume knobs so close to the bridge pickup. I don't really have the trouble with knocking into it when I'm playing and really getting into it, but I have every once in a while kind of bopped it a little bit and been worried about that. I just wish that they would move this like just a little bit further back, just a little bit further back. Just move that hole for this like inch that way, then it'll be completely out of my way. But that's not really something just against ESP. I feel like every brand, metal or not, does that, and I just don't know why. The brands need to stop that. Put in the comments down below if you think brands need to stop that. But I will have a link down below if you want to check out this or anything else from LTD. They've definitely been crushing it this year with the cool guitars they're releasing. Would love to know your comments if you own any LTDs or ESPs, looking towards getting this one or anything else. If you dig the guitar, whatever, just put it down below. And thanks for watching. Stay metal.